Hi everybody, Mr. Ruley here for today's edition of Storytime. I have a real special story to share with you right now. This is one of my all-time favorites here, Frog and Toad, written by Arnold Lobel. Now it's a lot of short stories written into this, and I think something that just makes it so special to me is I remember reading this book when I was a kid. I read it, it's one of those books you read like 1,000 times, right? I hope you have some books like that yourself. But anyway, it was written originally in 1976, probably the most important year of all time. And do we know why it's the most important year? Well, that's right. That's the year I was born. All right, just a little joke there, but really happy to go ahead and share this with you. Now, remember when we look through books, you always want to get what are called context clues. You want to look at some of the information that you have at hand to help you understand what the story will be about. So I look at Frog and Toad all year, all right? Then I see two characters on the front cover. I'm thinking the main characters are probably going to be Frog and Toad. And I wouldn't be too surprised if some of you have read this book already, but I'd like to share this one with you today, Frog and Toad All Year. I'll just share the first story, which is called Down the Hill. Down the hill. Frog knocked at Toad's door. "Toad, wake up," he cried. "Come out and see how wonderful the winter is." "I will not," said Toad. "I am in my warm bed." How many of you said that this week, huh? "Winter is beautiful," said Frog. "We'll come out and have fun." "Blah," said Toad. "I do not have any winter clothes." Well, what's it look like there? Maybe he brought some for his friend. It's another reason I like this book so much. It's a good book about friendship. Frog came into the house. "I have brought you some things to wear," he said. Frog pushed a coat down over the top of Toad. Frog pulled snow pants up over the bottom of Toad. He put a hat and scarf on Toad's head. "Help!" cried Toad. "My best friend is trying to kill me." "Oh, I am only getting you ready for winter," said Frog. He's a little overdramatic sometimes. Frog and Toad went outside. They tramped through the snow. "We will ride down this big hill on my sled," said Frog. "Not me," said Toad. "Do not be afraid," said Frog. "I'll be with you on the sled. It'll be a fine, fast ride. Toad, you sit in front. I will sit right behind you." The sled began to move down the hill. "Here we go," said Frog. There was a bump. Frog fell off the sled. Toad rushed past trees and rocks. "Frog, I'm glad that you're here," said Toad. Toad leapt over a snowbank. "I could not steer the sled without you, Frog," he said. "You are right. Winter is fun." Was he actually helping? Well, maybe Toad is learning how to do the sled himself. A crow flew nearby. "Hello, Crow," shouted Toad. "Look at Frog and me. We can ride a sled better than anybody in the world." "But Toad," said the crow, "you're alone on the sled." Toad looked around. He saw that Frog was not there. "I am all alone," screamed Toad. Bang! The sled hit a tree. Thud! The sled hit a rock. Plop! The sled dived into the snow. The other day we were talking a little bit about onomatopoeia, a fun word to say. But onomatopoeia is a word like bang, right? It sounds just like the sound it makes, or thud, or plop. Onomatopoeia. Frog came running down the hill. He pulled Toad out of the snow. "I saw everything," said Frog. "You did very well by yourself." "I did not," said Toad. "But there is one thing that I can do all by myself." "What is that?" asked Frog. "I can go home," said Toad. "Winter may be beautiful, but bed is much better." Well, I can certainly understand that on a cold day after a rough ride like that. But anyway, thanks for letting me share a book about friendship with you. I hope you're all doing well. Take good care.